Yep.
1-2 on Benintendi.
What's good, gang? Doesn't come down the series.
Playing the ball on the infield with 3 infielders on the right side.
Going live right now during the 9th inning. Join up, and then the PinstripeStrong pod. All right, well,
you putting that on Twitter, on your Twitter, or
yeah.
PinstripeStrong? Okay.
Join.
Scan the QR code on the screen or go to yesnetwork.com and remember, next Prime Video.
I mean, the Yankees rested Judge.
There's Gleyber Torres, he's for 3.
Mm-hmm. Yours and Chris are alive.
That one's popped up.
Well, we just went live, and the Yankees are rushing to get this podcast started. My God. Oh, my God, bro. Guys, this is going to be a quick one.
Today's series finale with the Mariners plus Aaron Boone on the manager's report. Look ahead to the series with the Cardinals.
Okay, I reloaded.
Yankees have had only 4 losses this year by more than 3 runs. Every other team.
Watch him get one more run right now just to be like, well, we lost it.
We went down fighting.
All right, guys, so let's see right now. So we got this going. We're live. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? We're just vibing out in the chat. The podcast will start pretty soon because the Yankees are rushing to end this game to get on the road. I think a road trip will do them good. What do you think, Chris? You think? Well, that's podcast talk, right?
I think St. Louis.
Yeah,
facing Monty.
Yeah, meet up. I think they need to come together as a team a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like I've said this before.
Yeah, after they get rid of one of their friends. They bring them.
A 3 up, 3 down. Who's up and who's down? What's good, guys? More people coming into the chat. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. We're hanging out. Yankees are probably going to send out Marinatio unfairly. That sucks.
And the pitch.
Popped up Hicks and
Santana.
game time. All right. Yankees win and they lose the series.
Yankees win and they lose the series?
They win and losing.
Yankees win.
Yankees lose.
And
All
they
right.
lose the series.
Yankees lose. That sucks. I'm ready to start the podcast. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, guys. What the hell was that?
Do we still have sound?
We got sound.
I bet.
I don't understand what happened right now. Hold on. Give me a second. I don't understand why my Streamlabs just did this and this. Give me a second, guys. We're about to start right now because we're not wasting time today. We're not doing that. Okay? We're just not gonna waste any time. Chris, you retweeted, you posted it on Instagram.
I'm about to right now. I got the link already. I tagged you on Twitter too.
Okay. What's up? Glad you guys are in here. Jesus. Why is it not working?
What's not working?
It's not letting me put up. It's not letting me record. I'm trying to record the pod as well.
Didn't it like that happen before? Like it was giving you issues to try and record.
Yeah, I had to like restart, but I don't want to have to restart. That shit is like people already in here. Whatever, man. That means I gotta wait after the pod. Coño!
Que Maldita vaina.
Yo soy el cantante del amor. It's not working. All right, whatever. We'll just start. I'll have to get it later and edit it out myself. All right, guys. Whew. All right. So it is 3:58. We're a few minutes into the pod. Let's go. 5 minutes. Actually, 5 minutes. We wanted to start during the 9th inning, and yeah, the Yankees are like, nah, let's just end this shit. They just ended it as quickly as possible. So the Yankees lost the game. They lost the series today against the Mariners, and we had a trade deadline where it was great. Actually, the overall trade deadline was great. The ending of it was a little weird. We're trying to make some sense of it, having with the Montgomery move at the end, just at the last minute, just kind of pushing the button. We were on live on Twitch during that. If you want to go check it out, we'll probably post that on YouTube sometime. I don't know when. There was a lot of mayhem happening. But
a lot of yelling. A
lot of confusion, especially the last 10 minutes and Pablo Lopez possibility, all of that stuff. And we'll talk about that and the energy of the team, which Chris is definitely concerned about, and I am too. Actually, I'm concerned about the energy of the team. What's going on with Garrett Cole? We'll talk about that and more on the PinstripeStrong podcast.
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh!
That's nasty.
What?
You're right, Cleveland. That is nasty.
What? Ow.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the PinstripeStrong podcast. Shaboy Joes. It's like a different person, right? Shaboy Joes. And
Wisconsin Joes.
And my boy Joezmcfly, friend.
What's good?
Brother, podcaster.
Yeah.
Wrestling aficionado.
Yes.
Upset.
Music.
Lover of Monty. And
Lover of Monty.
We will discuss that. Chris, how are you doing today? Yankees just lost the series. Lost 2 of 3 to the Mariners after beating the brakes off of them in game 1.
I'm annoyed.
Okay.
But I woke up, I kind of woke up feeling good today.
I like that you woke up feeling good.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man? Like, I actually had an appointment today. I went to check out, get my eyes checked out. They've been hurting recently, a lot of looking into the screens and all that stuff. So, still 2020, so that's definitely a blessing. But I'm walking out and I'm like, yo, around this time, like maybe 6 months, maybe a year ago, around this time, I was not feeling my best. And I feel a lot better right now, in terms of health and things like that. And yeah. I'm like, yo, I'm happy that I'm able to like be annoyed and be pissed at this Yankee stuff. But then I got myself down. I'm like, damn, man, these guys really made this trade, man. And I'm still confused about this trade. Joe and I, we've been going back and forth. We've been arguing and in the chat. But it's just me. I'm the type of person that if it doesn't make sense to me, it doesn't matter how many times you describe it to me. It doesn't matter how you explain it to me. If it's not matching up in my head, I'm still going to be confused. It's still going to bother me until somebody or something makes sense of what's happening. And I thought it was going to be Cashman. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Cash, your explanation still doesn't make it still doesn't make sense to me. But I know eventually, depending how things play out, let's see what happens. I'm watching the games. I'm still not feeling good, but the Yankees still one of the top teams in baseball. We still got somebody like Judge and Stanton coming back and things. So I'm trying to like see the positive. I'm trying to feel good. But I mean, let's see. I know that, when we come to the pod is like therapy for us. So hopefully we feel, I feel good towards the end of this. How you doing, Joe?
We'll try to talk about it. And yes, at first I was very confused. I was on the same boat as you. I had a ride my ride home from then, and Sophia's birthday was yesterday as well. So
Happy birthday, Sophia.
And I was kind of like, I started thinking about things as to why the Yankees would do this. And I heard Brian Cashman's answer, and I heard all of the stuff. And in the moment, you don't really understand because you're thinking that one that move was just leading to another. But I'll try to make sense of that, at least what I understood from it, which is why I'm no longer mad at it. I think we'll be more excited once we see Harrison Bader play, and all of that. And the other thing is, what's really concerning me now is this where is this 41 game stretch now where the Yankees are not playing 500. And they're still, I know they had a 500 month in July, and it's allowed to happen, and it even happened to the 98 Yankees or whatever it is in September. But August is going to be a tough schedule. There's the dog days, and of course you have this now and what's happening, and people are having a sky is falling kind of situation or attitude. Some people are jumping off the bandwagon. I'm not saying Chris is.
I seen that dude. No,
weirdos.
I'm not. But I seen that dude. The tweet at you or comment at you that 27 outs bullshit.
He said, "Where's the 27 out bullshit today?"
Comeback wins.
Yeah, come on, bro. What are you talking about? Do you watch the games?
Like, stop.
So anyway, so it's whatever. Yankees are going through a rough patch right now where they're just playing 500 ball. And that's 500 ball. If you really think about it, it's not like it could be worse. It could be under 500 ball, and then we would really be like, that would be like, whoa, what is happening right now?
Right.
But it's not. And the Yankees are playing 500 ball. Garrett Cole is an enigma right now. It's freaking weird. Yeah. So the first thing we'll talk about, let's talk about the deadline real quick. Yankees acquire Lou Trevino, Frankie Montas, Efros, which we talked about in the last pod. We won't talk about those moves, but they also acquired Benintendi.
Yep.
They traded away
Gallo,
and got the Dodgers top 15
prospect.
Top 15 prospect and their second round pick from last year.
Yeah, Clayton Beater. He's now in the Yankees organization. He's the number 10.
He's number 10. Prospect. And the Yankees traded away Jordan Montgomery for Harrison Bader.
Last minute.
What's the grade that we're giving the Yankees for this?
Monday. When was it that they made the trade for Montas? Was it Monday?
Yes.
I think it was Monday. Well, Sunday or Monday. Well, wait, Jack Curry. Yeah, it was August 1st. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, so that was a Monday. At that point in time, I gave them, at least to me, because I felt like they got everything. I did feel like at that time that they needed to make a move for one more pitcher. Even with Monty, even with Montas, I'm like, I think we need another starter. But I gave them an A+ because they answered. A+ because, well, they needed a number 2 behind Cole. They got that. They needed at least 2 relievers. They got that. And they needed another bat. They got that in Benintendi. I still feel like they need another starter, another pitcher, another batter, off the bench or something along those lines. We were talking about Rodon and possibly what's this? Why is his name escaping me right now?
Pablo Lopez?
No, the outfielder for that. He's with the Giants right now too.
Oh, Jock Peterson?
Yeah, young Jock. How can I forget young Jock? Yeah. So we were talking about Jock Peterson, maybe a package with him and Rodon, but then like the final minutes of the trade deadline on yesterday, which was awesome. You know what I mean? There's some stuff that we did yesterday that will be coming out. But last couple minutes, man, like there was a lot of talk about Pablo Lopez. And we were getting hyped. Like, wait a minute. Pablo Lopez, what's going on? Da, da, da. And then earlier I joked, yeah, they're probably going to trade Monty if they're going to get another pitcher. They traded Monty for Harrison Bader and no return. And that more than anything confused me. So I gave day 2 see, I got to see what Harrison Bader does, though. It's kind of hard to grade that when I don't know what we're getting back.
I'm trying to grade the whole deadline.
The whole deadline,
all of the acquisitions, including
so I give it a B+. I give it a B+. As a whole, I give it a B+.
Now, you said it was an A+ on Monday.
I really didn't like Tuesday. I ain't like Tuesday, and
you see, now this is
where there is a stipulation. There is a stipulation in the trade that happened on Tuesday. There's a player to be named later stipulation that they will send a minor leaguer player from an agreed upon list if Bader is not back from his foot injury this season. If Harrison Bader was healthy, I'll probably feel different. But I woke up on Tuesday feeling like, yo, we need another pitcher, even with Monty, even with Montas.
So you understand, A+ means you've done everything that you could possibly do perfect, which is why I don't see.
Well, I mean, it would have been an A++ if they got Pablo Lopez. You know what I mean? Like that's a such. You know, I got maybe one A++ in my school career.
See, so A++ means that you've overexceeded.
That means you overexceeded.
You've done more than what was needed.
Exactly. You're telling me that you got Montas and Pablo Lopez? That's amazing. You know what I mean? But you got Montas, great. But then you subtract from a place where we actually needed a bit more than what we already had because Sevy, you know, and the whole situation with Sevy, because of Taillon's inconsistencies, because of Cole's inconsistencies. Personally, I'm not full. I don't have that high confidence in the starting pitching that I had a couple months ago. So that's why. Now the bullpen, great. You did what you had to do with the bullpen. I love that. You got 2 top of the line guys. Lou Trevino obviously needs some work, but I have faith in Matt Blake and fixing him. And then you got Efros, who's been one of the top relievers in the league. So I'm happy with that. Benintendi, he's been on base, but you know what I mean? He's not getting hits, but I'm not worried about Benintendi. I feel like he's going to turn it around soon. But yeah, I mean, at least that's how I feel. Like, how do you feel about, you know, what grade would you give it, the whole thing as a whole, the trade as a whole?
All right. So the trade deadline as a whole, I'm going to give the Yankees an A- total because they acquired Benintendi. They needed an outfield bat. And they got Benintendi. Benintendi has been struggling. I think he'll be good during this. He needs a road trip to get close to the team. All right. He doesn't really know the celebrations. He's kind of like, what do we do usually? You know, he's looking for go-karts. You know, it's like weird. Like he doesn't know. So he'll bond together with the team. They'll acclimate him to the team. You get acclimated on the road. Not at home where he doesn't even feel like he's at home. He feels like he's on the road still.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna go on the road with the team where everybody has to go back to the hotel or go back to dinner or go back eat dinner together. He's gonna find some friends. So from there, you know, he'll probably get more comfortable, and we'll see what happens with that. Then the Yankees acquire Frankie Montas after losing on Luis Castillo. So the Yankees lost on Luis Castillo, and then they pivot to the second pitcher that they did, and they did not lose a top 4 prospect in the process of doing that.
Love that. Love that.
So they were able to do that, get Frankie Montas, get Lou Trevino, get Efros, and bring them in here. So that kind of covers the bullpen as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they, you know, so what do they have on the team? So it's kind of like, and then this is how my mind works, where I just thought about, you know, after. And this is the stuff that I think about after. In the moment, you don't really, you know, you're in the shit, so you don't really think about it. Right. But then after, what I sat down and I started looking at was the Yankees had 6 starting pitchers at that point in time for 5 spots. you need to make room on the 26-man roster. Who are the people with options, right? So that's one thing. None of the pitchers on the starting rotation have options. So now you got to think, okay, so who's expendable? And let's start thinking about the playoffs, because the Yankees have to also, this team that they are having now, they have to get them ready for the playoffs. We just 60-day IL Severino, which could end up being a blessing in disguise, because you were already worried about Severino's innings, even though Severino's bothered by it and Severino feels like, hey, I'm good. But it's true, sometimes I'd rather err on the side of caution when it comes to injuries, especially with somebody that has an injury history. And you know what? Now he's on the 60. He knows that the earliest possible day that he could come back is mid-September. So he can't rush the process, right? Even if he's feeling great. We have the time to build him up, feeling great. You can scale him back, and then bring him back, and then he'll, you put him right back into the rotation. Of the pitchers that we have, right? Cole, our 4 starters, assuming Severino comes back, right? Good. We have Cole, Montas, right? 1 and 2. Cortez, number 3. Severino, right? You only need 4 starters in the playoffs. So you're going to need, so your 5th starter usually goes to the bullpen. You'll now have Taillon. You have your crop of Taillon, Herman, and Monty to pitch out of the pen. It's probably going to be 2 of those guys, or maybe 1 of those guys, and you leave 1 of them off of the roster, right? Who of those 3 pitchers, I've already seen Herman pitch well out of the pen. I've seen that. Actually, his stuff plays well out of the pen. He's a possibility for the pen. Taillon, with his fastball and things like that, I think that his stuff will play up out of the pen, or maybe left off of the roster. Monty, I don't think plays well out of the pen at all. That's just me. And, I think the Yankees tried to pitch him out of the pen one time. It did not work. He has that starter mentality. He has to, warm up. I think that the Yankees made the decision of, he's probably not making the postseason roster. Monty's probably not going to make the postseason roster.
That shit confuses me. And when I heard that explanation, it low-key,
And it doesn't confuse me because I start looking at Monty's numbers. I start looking at what he's done. He's pretty hittable. He's been pretty hittable recently as well, so it's like...
And Taillon's been hittable too.
Yeah, but he's probably going to be off of the roster too. He's, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. A lot of things are going to sort themselves out come October. For all we know, all 3 of those guys may not even make the roster because Zach Britton's going crazy and he's going in the pen. Right. Any of that stuff could happen. So we don't know.
Absolutely.
But Taillon looked like he was at the bottom of the totem pole, compared to everybody else, because it's obvious that the Yankees made that decision. And they say, you know what, whatever. What is something that can help us in the playoffs? And that would probably be a guy like Harrison Bader when he does come back.
I don't have faith in Harrison Bader.
But I can't say that.
You know what they say? Well, they said that he's been having this issue since spring training. And he tried every single procedure, obviously not surgery, but the only thing that he hasn't tried was rest. And that's why, they're talking about September. Okay. One thing about plantar fasciitis is that it flares up. He's an outfielder. He's running. He's out there, whatever. That shit always flares up. It comes back. So you wish, you hope that this, the rest is going to give him help. You hope that the Yankee, team, medical team, whatever, is doing exactly what they need to do to get him out there. But if you're bringing him in for his defense and that man can't really be on his feet without pain, I mean, I don't know, B. And that's why I said, I don't want to jump the gun, and I don't want to hear that. And again, everybody, if that's your focus, great. How I'm thinking, I'm not thinking about October right now. I'm not even thinking about September. I'm thinking about this tough ass schedule in August that we started already 1 and 2. and our ace got smacked. So now we're going into St. Louis, see what's up. We're gonna see Monty, and that's great and all. But I'm telling you, now it's coming out that the Yankees were moving towards Pablo Lopez, and that the Marlins and the Yankees had some type of trade. I'm telling you, I feel like Cashman thought he had it.
I don't think Cashman would make the trade. I think he would. He honestly was going to make the Monty trade anyway. And then what would have happened with Pablo Lopez is that they would have probably ended up DFAing Herman.
So I think it's gonna happen anyway. I think the trade. I think the Marlins. I mean, and obviously that's a conversation for the offseason when the Yankees are raising that trophy. But I think that that they're gonna revisit that.
They could probably do that, or maybe they'll pivot and go another way. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But going back to what I was saying, I think that what they'll do is that, they kind of decided there, and if he doesn't come back, if Bader doesn't come back, then they have the safety net or whatever prospect that they're going to choose from, and they can do that. But Cashman doesn't do stuff on a whim. I'll trust Cashman because he's had a track record of doing stuff. The fact that he pulled off Montas and he kept the top four prospects when I already assumed that it was going to take Peraza, at least Wells, to get it done, and he didn't, is great to me. So we'll see with that. And then you got Gallo off the team, and you get that prospect for Gallo, like what? And you send him to the Dodgers. The fact that you're able to do that to me is a dub, bro. Like getting Gallo off the team, who, by the way, with the way that his interview was going, and I read the interview, the stuff that he was saying on there sounded like he had like a negative mindset from Jump Street. Like this wasn't already not going to work out. He kind of had like a, and it's sad. Oh, I didn't go home, whatever. It sounded like he wanted, like he had like a pity party the whole time. And maybe that's why you didn't work out in New York, bro, because it's like you got down on yourself, and then you're upset that the Yankee fans were like booing you or what, like you didn't deserve to get booed. And Michael Kay was like, yo, bro, you had the worst 500 at-bats in of any player in Yankee history. So don't act like it was unfair, bro. Like what was
worse than Chris Carter?
Yo, bro, he was way worse than Chris Carter. Chris Carter at least hit bombs. Yo, like Giancarlo came in, the first year, hit 2 home runs his first game in Toronto, comes to Yankee Stadium, first game, goes 0-4, gets booed. That's a guy that knows how to handle New York. You guys are worried about 9 at-bats. That's Giancarlo's. I've been playing baseball my whole life.
Right.
Don't, so you get that guy up out of here, just the energy of that. And I'm sure that he's like a good guy and they love him and all of that stuff, but there's still that energy of like, oh man, like people feeling sorry. Like people feel like they have to go out of their way to feel sorry for you.
On the flip side, the Yankees didn't seem to, specifically Taillon, didn't seem too happy with the Monty trade. But, it's a business, how they say. You gotta make the moves that you feel like is right for your team.
Monty wasn't even, if Monty was giving the Yankees innings, Chris, and I think
they'll still trade him.
Bro, he wasn't even giving them innings though.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like every time he went out, why?
I'm telling you, they saw Herman versus the Mets. They saw Herman versus Seattle, and they was like, you know what? What have you done for me lately?
I'm not gonna even do that because Herman was actually, my bad. Herman actually, if you look at it, those starts, he was actually lucky, like pretty lucky.
Oh, of course he was lucky. And that's what. It just bothered me about the whole thing. It's not so much about Monty being traded, because like I said, I was joking, but in every joke there's some seriousness, and I was like, yo, Monty will probably be traded. That would be the guy, because I know that they could put Herman in the bullpen. But if you're not bringing anything back, specifically for the pitching, then that's where it's a little crazy for me. But this is the team. That's it. The trade deadline passed. This is who we have. And now we got to get the job done. And, unfortunately, the Yankees didn't get the job done in the series, but, we'll get more into it as we go.
I think, and then this is the last thing we'll say on the deadline.
Right.
I don't think it's about Herman. I think the Yankees believe in Clark Schmidt to get them. So I think he'll be called up in, I think, 11 days.
Yeah, because unless there's an injury.
Fuck?
What?
It's notifications, bro. Coño.
I think my fire alarm is going off.
So, yeah, I think.
Can you hear that beep?
Yeah, I hear that. It's probably
so
fire.
let me go take care of that. Hold on.
So basically, what I'm saying is that the Yankees believe maybe Clark Schmidt will be the guy. Yeah. Chris has a fire and he just left. Oh my God. He closed the window. Oh my God, this is awkward. Why didn't he leave the window on? This is great. This is great. So awkward. Wish he left the window open because now the resizing of everything kind of got thrown out. He closed the laptop. Anyway, man, this is so weird, man. Chris, can you turn on the thing? Like, look at me. He resized the whole thing. So, all right. So Clark Schmidt, I think that the Yankees believe in Clark Schmidt. I believe in Clark Schmidt. I think it's his time for us to see that. So let's see what's up with Clark Schmidt. Let's see what he does. Let's see if Clark Schmidt can be able to take the reins away from Domingo Germán. They'll give Germán the 11 days or whatever to prove himself. And let's see if that works out for him. If it doesn't, then whatever. So then we'll go ahead and we'll put in Clark Schmidt into that spot. And then before you know it, it'll be September and we could have September call-ups. But I think the Yankees feel like they could make it that far into and then get into September, get some I don't know. So get some September call-ups, and then before you know it, Sevy's back. Okay. So hopefully Chris can rejoin, but if not, I guess I'll have to do the pod by myself, which I can do. Let me put this because this is like lined up weird. Oh, great. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. All right. This is not working. Great. I guess I could transition over here. Maybe do this for now until Chris comes back. Just with the fan service. Chris is fighting a fire. Nothing's going on with the screen. I was able to fix it now until hopefully Chris comes back and then we can do podcast stuff. But this way it'll resize it. What I'll do now is I'll do 3 up, 3 down. And then we'll go into the series. We'll discuss the series and whatnot. So I guess the first up in the series, I think that the trade deadline is good overall. I don't agree with Chris and what he was saying that it went from an A- to, I don't know how you go from an A+ to then a B+ just because you got rid of Monty and you got rid of Coñazo, man. I fucking hate this shit. Bro, why do I have notifications on my shit, bro? Like, take this shit off. Just because you got rid of Gallo and Monty and you gave it an A+, but then you go down to a B+ because you subtracted 2 people that were bad. I don't know. That was strange. So, I'm still gonna keep it at the A-. I think that the only thing that the Yankees could have done if they would have to get an A+, if they would have gotten a Pablo Lopez, Rodon, or something like that, that would have been great. No, Adewaga, this is not gonna be edited out. I'm just gonna leave all of this in. I do have something else here. So the first up is definitely going to be the trade deadline. Another up, in my opinion, is that, throughout the entire series, the beginning of the series itself, I mean, it started off good. So the series started off good with the Yankees winning. The second game, even though they got down, they were able to come back. It would have been nice if they would have won the second game. Wish that they would have won that second game. They did not. They lost, but it was 8-6. It's just they allowed these back-breaking runs, but I think Rizzo getting hot is very important for this team. Rizzo getting hot because right now it doesn't look like they're going to be pitching to Aaron Judge anymore. Pitching to Aaron Judge looks like they're going to be, throwing, whatever they're going to throw junk or trying to get Judge to get. So he's going to take a lot of walks until Giancarlo comes back. When Giancarlo comes back, then I don't think that teams will do that as much anymore because Giancarlo can wreck a game right away. But it's up to Rizzo, and Rizzo's been hot. He's been doing that. He's been putting the runs up on the board, so then that's good for that. And so I'll be happy with that. Let me see if we have. Okay. So that'll be good. Cole was a straight bum today. Yeah, that wasn't good there. That wasn't good. Was not good. Was not good. And yeah, so the protection, and DJ's hot too. So DJ, because Judge is so good, the top of the lineup has become like a wrecking crew of sorts. There's they're not going to pitch to Judge because Judge is God mode right now. And then DJ, as a result, is getting a lot of good pitches to hit because they're trying to get him out. They don't want to walk him. So because of that, he's getting out of it. He's getting DJ's on fire right now. And then behind him is Rizzo, and Rizzo's doing great. So I love that, going on. With that, the last thing I'm going to go with is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the bullpen. Starting pitching has been hemorrhaging, to say the least. But I will say that the pen, for the most part, has been pretty good. And then now the addition of Trevino and Efros, now that they got their feet wet and things like that, the addition of those guys is now happening. Chris just told me fire in my house. There's a fire in his house. So I hope he's okay. Like a real fire, or was it like a... Let's call Chris. Let's see what happens if we call Chris. Let's see how panicked he is. Up, straight to voicemail. Let's see how panicked he is. He said a fire is in his house. This guy always has his phone on Do Not Disturb, so let's see what he says.
Hello.
Yo.
Yo.
So there's a fire in your house or in the building?
In my house.
What is it? A big fire or just like a little fire?
It came from the oven. I should could have blown up.
So did he turn it off successfully?
The fire people are here.
Okay, good. Were you able to turn it off successfully?
I think so. But I inhaled a lot of that smoke.
Have you opened the window?
Yeah, everything is open. I'm outside right now.
You're outside the side outside the building.
No, I'm outside my apartment. I'm about to leave the building, so I could take some fresh air.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know what happens with that.
Yeah, my bad, yo.
My bad for what? The fire? Were you the one cooking?
No. Actually, no.
Who was cooking?
I think my mom she turned on the stove and didn't know that something was in there. Shit was crazy. It's mass smoke.
Oh, shit. Wow. That's crazy. All right, cool. All right, so seems like a fire alarm. And Chris is on, well, not on fire anymore, so he's going to go outside. We'll see what happens. So that happened. So we'll see. If he calls in or, whatever it is. If not, it's fine. I'll just, we'll just do the pod. We'll just do the pod because I got to go to, after this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the kids to AC because Marvin said he's going to take care of them for me this weekend. So I'm going to take them over there. If you're I'll finish it. All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and so let me finish up the podcast real quick. So we have did I say the last down? Oh yeah, so the starting pitching is a concern for me, and that's actually going to be a down. Garrett Cole gave up his runs. That was pretty bad. Did not like that with Garrett Cole. Hopefully Montas can give us a really good start here. And in this series, the only person that really gave us a really good start was Herman, which is weird, right? Herman had the two earned runs, 5 innings pitch, 6 hits and stuff like that. So, we're gonna see what's up with that. That was pretty good. But we also have Tyone has been bad, bro. He's been so bad. Like, what's going on with Tyone, bro? He's just so bad recently, man. And then Garrett Cole in the first inning today, after knowing what Tyone does yesterday, gives up 6 runs. The worst run was the one that he gave up to the homer that he gave up to Kalnick. Bad. It's bad. Just horrible. Didn't like that. Jamal's calling me. I can't pick up the phone. I'm in the middle of the podcast right now. So yeah, so then there's the I message him here. Okay. Okay. So the starting pitching is a concern, and I understand why people have, because it gives us so much seeds of doubt. The other thing is that the Yankees are making outs on the bases, bro. Again, like dumb outs on the bases. There's what game was it in? I think it was yesterday's game. Rizzo was about to come up, and they made an out on the bases, and then that was shitty. That was pretty bad. I'm trying to think about what inning that was. To me, the Yankees were building like a big inning, and then they made yes. It was like a double steal. It was a double steal where DJ was at second. Who was at first? Judge was at first. I think it was Judge at first. I'm trying to think. Was that in, what inning was that in? Was that in the 6th? No. It was the 3rd inning. No. Maybe the 4th. No. Trevino's on fire too. Trevino's doing really good. I can't really remember there, so I hope Chris is okay. So that's like important. Hope that Chris is okay. Yes. Yes. No wonder. I'm looking at the wrong game. Was it in the third? I think it was in the third inning. Here, this is probably not great podcasting, but let me see here. Yeah, okay, there it goes. So DJ LeMahieu hit a double, right? And then Judge walked. And then DJ steals third, but then they kind of catch Judge, and then they get into like a rundown, and then they throw DJ out at home and whatnot, and then so that was pretty bad. That ended the inning because Rizzo didn't get an at bat with 2 on, and then today the Rojas sends, the Yankees are finally building an inning because IKF finally gets an RBI single, double. No, IKF gets an RBI single, and then Higgy hits a double down the line, and they send, because of a little trip, they send IKF with Rizzo coming up again, and then he gets thrown out at home. And it's like, yo, bro, like, can we just get the at-bats? Like, I get the aggressiveness. I like the aggressiveness, but sometimes you don't need to do that in those spots. So, whatever, man. Is Chris okay? Chris seems to be okay. I messaged him. I told him if he wanted to join on his phone through Zoom, if he feels up to it, he can. If not, it's fine. I'll just end up doing it. I'll do it myself. It's fine. If he wanted to, but he had like a fire in his house in the oven, and then it was, he ran out or whatnot, oven fire. So, that's with that. And then I'm trying to think if there were any like weird managerial. Not sure. I messaged him, so we'll see what he says. We'll see what he says about that shit. Okay. Let me just get into the games and shit and just kind of talk about that. There's definitely no after pod today because I had to kind of figure that out. Let's see here. Licky staying out. Yeah, it's some weird managerial decision. It was weird in this series with some of the stuff that Boone decided. I don't know if it had to do with some of people being available, but losing the series. Mariners are a good team, but losing the series to me is going to have to be a down as well because after the All-Star break, whatever it is, the starting pitchers did not do it, and then the Yankees lost the series. And they ran into, which they actually got to Luis Castillo in the last game a little bit better, but let's see. All right, so we got the 3 games here. First game was pretty good for the Yanks. They won 7-2. People that stand out in this game, I mean, DJ LeMahieu went 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored in this game. Judge as well. Judge was pretty good. He had a homer in this game. Trevino had 2 homers in this game. Rizzo had another homer in this game, his 26th. Judge had a homer in this game, his 43rd. Trevino has 9 homers now on the season. How about Trevino matching his career high in homers? His career total in homers. And he has 9 on this season. So I'm so happy for Trevino doing that. And I feel like I'm missing somebody. I think that was it. Donaldson 1 for 3. Rizzo 1 for 3. He had the 3-run homer, the big 3-run homer. He's been on the bench. Trevino at the bottom of the lineup doing damage. Hicks is on a slide right now, guys. Hicks is on a big-time slide. Let's see here. And then, so Yankees ended up losing there. Herman Marinaccio, it sucks that he's probably going to get sent down, bro, when Montes comes on the team. But he pitched well. Chapman had another scoreless inning. He pitched well. Loaizaga had another scoreless inning. Wandy had the scoreless inning to close out the game. Yankees won 7-2. So that was good there. I don't know what else stood out to me in this game. Not sure what else stood out to me in this game. Trying to think. Nothing really. Herman pitching well, getting lucky. Line shots right at people. Let's go into the next game. Hicks is struggling right now, big time, Sonny. And he is in an 0 for 26 slide right now, counting the last game, so that's rough. The next game was rough because the Mariners beat the Yankees 8-6. Mariners jumped out to a big lead, a 4-zip lead on the Yanks. Tyone, I guess he corrected himself. I don't know, bro. He gave up 5 runs. 5 earned. He gave up 6 total runs. 5 of them were earned. 4 walks, though. 6 Ks. Did not like the start out of him. Bad. Gave up the 2 runs early in the game. Gave up he gave up a homer to Suarez. Gave up a homer to Rayleigh. And then Carlos Santana, which was weird. Carlos Santana had like these, what I call fuck you hits in the game. So he had a couple of fuck you hits in the game and was able to get things in and get these back-breaking runs for them. That sack fly was whatever. Donaldson had like a big double. Trevino had another homer to get it to 4-3. And then Santana had this double that he hit off of, who did he hit it off of? In the 5th inning, he hit like a big double that he hit off of Licky, I think. Was it Licky? Yeah, off of Licky. That he kind of like left a fastball up there, and he just kind of just pulled it down the line, bro. And it's those extra add-on runs that the Yankees weren't allowing earlier in the years. Why they had so many comebacks. So you can't have it becomes harder to come back if you give up those fuck you hits, those back-breaking runs that'll kind of like those add-on runs. So that made it 6-3. I was like, damn, I don't know if the Yankees are going to come back there, but Rizzo homers 6-4. Donaldson hits a big shot, center field, right center field. And I love Donaldson's homer, which I want for him to get hot so bad, bro. I want Donaldson to get hot so bad because I just want to see it. I want to see it, and the way that he pimps homers is like very exciting. And he hit that shot, and it was when he hit that shot, it was a 2-run shot. He tied the game. He brought in Carpenter. Let's go. It's 6-6. And then the 7th inning happened, and then this is just something that can't happen if you want to come back, right? And Licky is still in the game for some godly reason. Licky came in the game. This is now his 2nd inning or his 3rd inning of work. I'm not really too sure. 2nd inning of work. And Licky's in. And, bro, Licky allows that run to Haggerty, and it just kind of feels like, fuck, bro. Like, we just got these runs back, man. The Yankees just needed a shutdown inning, and he didn't get the shutdown inning. It's now 7-6. It sucks. They ended up bringing in Efros. Efros almost gives up a homer. He gives up he has like a funny reaction, thinking that it was a homer. He was like, no. And then he just kind of like, the Yankee Stadium keeps it in. And hopefully he did admit to having a little bit of jitters during the game. Elizabeth says Licky stayed in too long. Yeah, I think so. I think Licky may have stayed in too long. So, yeah. Haggerty was a pinch hit homer. They should have probably taken him out. He tried to steal outs with Licky there. Then Efros comes in. At the end of the day, he put up zeros. So that's the important part. The Yankees go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 7th, and And then Adam Frazier adds on another one in the ninth. They're down by 2. They finally get, in the ninth inning, though, the Yankees do almost get a comeback because DJ LeMahieu gets on base. He walks. Going up against this guy, what's this guy's name again? The closer for them. Munoz. This kid is nasty. He throws 103, he can dot it. Right? He throws 103, he can dot it, and he also has he has a nasty slider as well. So, okay, let me see here. Yeah, he has a nasty pitch. He could be able to dot that. He made some of the Yankees look really bad. I think he faced in the inning that he came in. IKF looked pretty bad. Hicks looked bad, but he's looked bad against everybody. And then you also have, DJ gets on with a single because DJ is just so hot. So he gets on, it's like, let's go. Then Judge walks. But to me, even though it was a walk, to me it was an unintentional walk because it looked like he pitched around them. He threw 3 straight sliders to him. He dotted a 103. And then he threw another slider. He walked Judge. So now we got the 2 runs on. Rizzo's up to bat. This is the person that you like. This is what I felt. I felt that the Yankees needed to do it here. I felt that if the Yankees were going to do it, they had to do it right now, right? Because if they don't do it right now, then I just felt like what was going to happen is that I didn't really have too much trust of anybody that followed Rizzo because, DJ, Judge, Rizzo have been so hot. Rizzo walked, bases loaded, then Glaber's pinch hitting. That's a tough pinch hit, man. Coming off the bench to fight, to try to get 1, 2, 3, and then the umpire calls the first pitch, which was off the plate, a slider off the plate, called out a strike. And then he throws 102 right down the middle, like up and down the middle. Glaber takes that. It's like, shit. Takes another ball, and then he swung, strike 3, and then the game was over just like that. But the Yankees lost the game 8-6. They almost came back, but they just gave up too many runs, man. Giving up too many runs. 8 runs is too much. 6 runs should be enough to win a game. I have a personal rule. If you scored 5 runs or more, you should have won that game, in my opinion. If you lost a game where your offense scored 5 or more runs, then you know what? It's the pitching's fault. Sometimes you got to pick up your pitching, of course, and the ebbs and flows of the game happen, and those things happen. But that was a bad loss. The Yankees should have won that game, especially after coming back, tying it up. You're at home against the Mariners. You allow those extra runs to come in. That's not good. That's not good. I'm actually wondering, when are we going to start maybe giving, because he's been pitching pretty well recently. I wonder if we're going to start seeing Chapman getting more higher leverage innings, like start eking him up a bit. I'm not saying close, right? I'm not saying close. Not yet. But I'm saying just give him like a high leverage inning here or there. Like in maybe an 8th inning or, a 7th inning where it's a tie game or the Yankees have a 1-run lead. Like, I want to see that real quick just to, see how that goes. Get his confidence up there too. And then continue on with building on the confidence to hopefully where Chapman can be able to be Chapman. But it looks like Chapman's using his fastball more, which I like. Loaizaga, we're seeing good things out of Loaizaga. I like Loaizaga. But it looks like they don't want to pitch him more than 1 inning. And what I mean by more than 1 inning is that they'll bring him, if they bring him in for 1 out, they don't want to have like an up down, which is like they don't want to have him come back and then have like another, they don't want to have him like sit down and then get up again. So we'll see with that. Yankees lost that game 8-6. Any weird stuff that happened in this game? This is the game that I told you guys where the Yankees ran into the outs on the base paths, and that kind of ended that rally a little bit with Rizzo coming up to bat. Didn't like that. I'm trying to think right now. Benintendi had an outfield assist. Donaldson had a throwing error. I don't even remember that. Donaldson had a throwing error. Yeah. 7 runs left on base. Trevino, Rizzo, and Donaldson homered in this game. I love DJ, man. He's creeping up to 300 right now. He's at 292 right now with an 825 OPS. He's been hot. Hot. I can't wait for Giancarlo to come back. Lengthen out the lineup. Can't wait for Giancarlo to come back. I really can't. So we'll see with that. I don't think anything else stood out from this game. And then we got today's game, man, which today's game was just an utter disappointment. And it has less to do about the offense and more to do with our ace, Gerrit Cole. Gerrit Cole dropped the ball for the Yanks today, man. He really did. The Yankees, it's a 1-1 series. You know, out of the 3-game series, you have a chance to win the series at home. You got Luis Castillo, who they just acquired, against Gerrit Cole, who's our ace, right? You had a situation where you pitched in the rain, and IKF should have made the play and whatnot. And he did it. And you know what? That led to 5 runs. And then Gerrit Cole has a chance to come out on this Wednesday day game, not Thursday. Wednesday day game before we got to go to St. Louis, getaway day, to get us a dub and change the energy a little bit, right? You got a chance to be able to do that, get us a dub, change the energy, and you don't. In the first inning, you give up 6 runs. 6 runs, bro, before the Yankees even get a chance to bat. 6 runs. A single, a walk, a homer to Suarez, a homer to Santana, a single to J.P. Crawford. You strike out Kyle Lewis. Then Kelenic you give up a 2-run homer to Kelenic. What's going on? 31 pitches in that inning. That sucks. That's horrible. I don't want to hear the now narrative that's being perpetuated out there of Gerrit Cole can't pitch to Kyle Higashioka. I don't want to hear that shit. You're the ace of the staff, okay? Last year, you couldn't pitch to Gary. We got Gary off the team. You could pitch to only Kyle Higashioka. Kyle Higashioka is still on the team. So now you can't pitch to him all of a sudden? I'm not saying that Gerrit Cole is requesting a catcher. I'm not saying that Gerrit Cole is requesting a personal catcher or whatnot. But hey, how about at some point in time, we just put the onus on Cole and say, hey, Cole, how about you pitch well? I don't care if it's Aaron Boone pitching back there. How about you pitch well? You can do that too. You know? Every time, it's always got to be like a perfect, does it have to, or can you only pitch when it's a perfect situation? You know, like where you have the catcher that you always throw to. Guess what? Trevino just caught 2 days in a row. You can't catch your catcher every day. You can't catch your catcher a day game after a night game. You just can't. So how about we put the onus on Gerrit Cole, the guy that's making $324 million, to be the ace of the staff. And whether numbers say it or not, it's up to Cole to change those numbers. So figure it out. Sucks. Now, he did go ahead and he rectified himself. He did fix it. And then after that, he went He went scoreless for the rest of his outing. He got the Yankees, he pitched 6 innings for the Yankees. But at the end of the day, it was a little too late, man. It was too many runs for the Yankees to be able to come back from. Especially when they're going up against a caliber dude like Luis Castillo, who the Yankees actually got 3 runs off of today. And there was no Aaron Judge in the lineup because the Yankees like to do the double rest days. The double day days off. So since they like to do that, that's fine. You want to go ahead and rest them? Okay, fine. I'm taking long haul when it comes to Judge. I don't want to lose Judge. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Yankees had like a little bit of a rally mounting in that second inning, but then they got thrown out at the plate with Rizzo coming up again. So that sucked. IKF had 2 hits in this game. Higgy had 2 hits in this game. Look, the bottom of the order looked good. Everybody else looked just zeros. Hicks is pretty bad right now. Hicks is going through it right now. Over 26. Let's talk a couple of players real quick. Hicks is super hot and cold. He's either really hot, really good, or he's really cold. Like, I kind of just want a mid Hicks. Can I get a mid Hicks? Like a mid Hicks would be fine. I'll be fine with that. Shit. Yeah. A mid Hicks would... Oh. A mid Hicks would be fine. If you can be able to do that. But the hot and cold, I don't know what to expect. I just don't. I want Hicks to get it going. I kind of want Gleyber to get it going too. Like, Gleyber right now is in a little bit of a slide. In his last 15 games, Gleyber is batting 164 with 2 homers, 6 RBI, 17. I don't know what's going on with Gleyber. 215 on base percentage. What's happening with Gleyber? He's been okay. Oh, he hasn't been that good. Like, I'm looking at his last 30 games, and it hasn't been that good either. There has to be more people in the lineup doing better. Like if we can get, like right now it's Rizzo, DJ, Carpenter. We'll give Carpenter some love. Rizzo, DJ, Carpenter, Judge, Trevino. You know what I mean? Like those guys. So we need more guys to chip in. Actually, I think IKF is doing pretty well right now too. IKF is hitting the ball right. He's batting in his last 15 games. He's batting 294. Last 30 games, he's batting 294. Yeah, IKF is playing pretty well too. So IKF, you can put IKF in there. But I need one of these two to get hot. I need Gleyber or Donaldson to get hot. I need Gleyber or Donaldson to get hot. Hicks needs to be cold in September so that he's hot in October. Well, guess what? He's kind of starting off August cold. So if he gets hot in August, then boy, I don't know. It's too up and down. I need consistency. Need Stanton back in there, absolutely. Need Stanton back in there. Hopefully soon. When is Stanton eligible to come back? I'm not sure when Stanton's eligible. What the hell was that? I'm not sure when he's eligible to come back. When did they say that he was going to come back? They said 3 weeks, no? So like mid-August. Joe, I'm wrong, but we don't know about Stanton. What? They said 3 weeks. Oh, you don't know if he's going to be 100%. Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, nobody's 100% by the end of the year. Luke voice pretty mad? Yeah, Luke voice pretty mad. Yeah. Stanton wasn't hitting great either, but I think some of that had to do with what his injury was. So I want to see him healthy in there. Joes, we need Benintendi to get reacquainted with hitting the ball just a little bit. Yeah, and you know what? Today's at-bats were actually a little bit better because he was putting the bat on the ball. The strikeouts were very uncharacteristic of Benintendi. He just doesn't strike out that much. I think in this, as a Yankee, he struck out like 6 times already. Bro, what the hell is going on? One second. I think here we go. I think that I'm not sure what happened with my Zoom. It was acting weird. We're good now. I think that what happened is that, Jose, are you going to St. Louis? No, I'm not going to St. Louis. Not going to St. Louis. We're fine now. So Benintendi right now, he just hasn't gotten acclimated yet. Give him time. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's struggling as a Yankee real quick, but it'll be fine. He's had 6 strikeouts. And Benintendi on the year has a total of 58 strikeouts. He just hasn't done that. He has 8 strikeouts. I'm sorry. He has 6 strikeouts for the Yankees and 52 for the Royals. So I don't, it's fine. A total 58 strikeout. This is uncharacteristic of him. He'll get hot, he'll be good, and he'll be a really good bat. So we'll be fine. So we'll see. I'm actually more worried about the starting rotation than anything else because it seems like the Yankees starting rotation is like in kind of shambles right now. I hope that Montes better pitch well, bro, because I'll start getting a little nervous if he doesn't pitch well, bro. We're going to need Matt Blake to work some magic on people. The Yankees cannot, Joe's, I don't care. We should send down Herman to Rikers Island, Guantanamo Bay.
Hello there.
The Yankees are not going to do that yet. And the Yankees can't send down Herman. They can't send down Herman. The Brewers designated Dilson Lament for assignment. Interesting. I think that everybody has to be on the roster. I think the trading deadline is then, but everybody has to be on the roster before September to be eligible for the so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe to be able to be eligible for the postseason roster. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Dilson Lamet has a 2.03 whip on the season. I don't want Dilson Lamet. All right, let's get into awards. PinstripeStrong Awards. Let's go. It's time for awards, where we talk about the great things, the bad things, and the good, the bad, and the ugly for the series. Go ahead and we'll give awards here. I'll be doing it myself because it is what it is. Chris apparently started a fire because he knew that I won my pick to click, which was Rizzo. He picked Judge, I believe. I think he picked Judge. Pick to click. Let me see. For pick to click, he picked. Yeah, I picked Rizzo. He picked Judge. I picked for pitching performer. I picked Cole. Oh my God. He picked Tyone. Nobody wins. The pitching performer. We were trying to pick people that we probably expected would do well. I think Tyone did bad because Chris picked Tyone. I think Cole did bad because was Cole. And I don't know what's happening with Cole recently. That sucks. All right, so I guess I won, maybe. I don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into the awards. The first one is going to be our PinstripeStrong Performer of the Series. And they earned their pinstripes all series long with PinstripeStrong. PinstripeStrong Performer of the Series. And I want to go ahead and thank Joey, who actually put together the numbers in the list. So that's Joey Stats, who helped us out. Joey Stats. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the numbers right now, and I'll go ahead and see who did well. I mean, I kind of feel like it's Rizzo, but it might be Trevino. I don't know. Cole? Who do you guys think? You never know. It might be anybody. Let's go. All right. For the series. Ooh. Okay. Oh, shit. I'm not sure who Chris is going to give his awards to. I don't know if I should contact him because he's kind of handling fire. But maybe we'll give ours to the chat. Whoever you guys want to have that. But I'm going to go ahead and I know a lot of the other guys drove in runs and a lot of the other guys did well and had big hits and everything like that and more RBI and all of that. Rizzo's been awesome. He's been freaking great. But I'm going to give it to the guy that continuously keeps setting the table. The guy that makes the top of the order function. The guy that makes the top of the order different. And the guy that, to be honest, last year was a big reason why the Yankees did not do well. So it's going to be, to me, it's going to be DJ LeMahieu, who had 5 hits and 12 at-bats in this series. He did really well. He keeps setting stuff up. He keeps setting up the table for Judge. He keeps putting the pressure on the pitching staff from first pitch. He's getting on base. He's walking. He's hitting. He's getting balls the other way. He's even showcasing power. He didn't showcase any power in this series. But he's getting on base for everybody. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for DJ LeMahieu because he kind of elevates the offense. And when we get Giancarlo back and we'll have more people on base and, all of that stuff, this lineup moves different when it's DJ LeMahieu at the top of it. So, DJ LeMahieu, you are my PinstripeStrong Performer of the Series. PinstripeStrong Performer of the Series. Let's see who the chat is kind of choosing right now. Looking at the live chat right now, I see a bunch of Trevinos had 3 homers in this series. Yes, okay. So Chris's pick, we'll give it to Jose Jose Trevino. We'll go ahead and give it to him, and we'll give him the PinstripeStrong Performer of the series, as he had 3 homers in the series, had a 2-homer game, had another homer the very next night, and you know what? He deserved the day off in the game that we lost, I guess, but good job for Trevino. What did he go for the series? He went 4 for 8. He hit 500 for the series. Love Trevino. DJ stirs the drink. Is it a straw that stirs the drink? Yes. Straw that stirs the drink. All right. So next one is going to be the you trash.
Bro, you're trash, bro. Is them tears, bro? Come on, bro. Gotta get you together, boy.
Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole.
What the fuck was that?
6 runs in the first inning after you seen what Tyone did yesterday.
Another one.
Another bad performance out of you. Just bad. The same way that DJ is the straw that stirs the drink to the lineup, I think you can do that for the starting pitching. They look to you toward leadership. You're supposed to be the best pitcher on the team. Cole, what's happening with that? It's bad. That's bad. The Mariners, who did not have Julio Rodriguez, who did not have Ty France, come out here and you're facing losing the series against the Mariners that don't really have much pop, don't really have much power, and you give up 6 runs in the first inning. That's a bad job, Pop. That's a bad job. You know? So you know what?
Daddy, chill.
Relax. I need you to get it together. I need you to get it together. Because to be honest, there is no run in October if Garrett Cole doesn't perform to what he's getting paid, if Garrett Cole doesn't perform to the guy that the Yankees pursued back in 2020. Or, you know what I mean. We need him to figure it out. Seriously. If he does not figure it out, I don't see the pathway for that to happen. I need Cole to figure that shit out. So we'll see. I'm not sure who Chris is giving it to. I'm not sure who you guys want to give it to. You guys are saying Hicks? These are the options. You have Hicks. You have Glaber. You have Tyone. I'll be honest. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Tyone was just as bad as Cole. Tyone was just as bad as Cole. You know, I gave Cole mine because I expect a lot from him. But Tyone is getting starts. You know, Tyone's getting starts. And when the Yankees score 6 runs on that night, having to score 6 runs on that night, and you don't do it, then bro, you know what? You're a guy. You're like a guy. The Yankees kind of like chose Monty, kind of chose you over Monty. Monty had team control over this year. So let's see. I mean, I'm seeing people put Hicks. You guys are seeing Hicks. I see Hicks. All right, you guys vote for it. You guys put up a vote in the chat. I'll put up a poll. For you, trash. Hicks or we'll put 2 people, Hicks or Tyone. You guys choose. You guys choose. And I'll give you guys the answer before the end. The poll is up, so go ahead and choose. All right, the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is Unsung Hero. And the Unsung Hero of the series, for me, is going to end up being Anthony Rizzo. I'm going to give that to Anthony Rizzo because Rizzo, 2 homers, 4 RBI. But I keep thinking about how much better his numbers would have been if the Yankees did not make those outs on the base paths. They would have been even better. He's hot. He's on fire. Don Antonio Rizzo. Like Joey says, mio tipo italiano. Like, seriously. The fact that right now they're not pitching to Judge. So they're going to pitch to Rizzo. And he's taking full advantage of that. So let's stop making outs in front of him so that way he could bring everybody in. Like, that would be a great strategy. We kind of need to do that. Can we do that? That'll be awesome. So, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it to Don Antonio Rizzo. People are voting right now in the chat. Right now, I think it's kind of like about 50-50. It's kind of like about 50-50. So your vote matters, guys. Vote in the chat. Make sure you guys like this video, too, because it helps the algorithm. So you guys are in here. Like the vid. Subscribe to the channel as well. But, yo, listen. All right. And the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is the picture performer of the series. Oh, no. Before we get into pick-to-click stuff, and before we get into the performer of the series and all of that, we're going to do our swag champ. Who, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the swaggiest of them all? Who's the swaggiest person on the field in this series? Swaggiest person on the field in this series. I'm trying to think right now. What Yankee was the swaggiest Yankee? You know what? Let's christen these guys. Let's go ahead and christen these guys. I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I'm going to give it to Lou Trevino. I think Lou Trevino is... Wait. Am I picking the wrong Trevino? Should I pick Trevino instead of Trevino? No, I'm picking Josh Donaldson. I'm picking Josh Donaldson because he had a double on that night. That 2-run homer that he hit, he just looks so... I think out of all of the Yankees, he has the best swag homer. Like, I love when JD hits his homer. Donaldson hit that homer. He knew he tied it. Like, can you not see Donaldson just give all of the Yankee fans an out-of-body experience if he hits like a big-time homer in a playoff series? He had all the swag in that homer. He looked great. He tied the game. He was good on that night as well. He hit it off of a very good pitcher. It's not like he hit it off of a bum. He knocked out Gilbert. So it's like, yo, okay. Let's get some more of that. That was his second homer at Yankee Stadium. I would love to see more of that. Would love to see more of that. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give the swag chat to Josh Donaldson. You know what? I should look for a sound for swag. Let me see if there's a sound for swag. I'm going to look for it live here. I made a mistake on doing that, but there's a song called Swag Song. All right, let's see what that sounds like. Let me kind of lower this. Let's see what the swag song sounds like on this website for sounds. I kind of low-key like it. Hey, this shit is definitely copyright though. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully, let me try one more time. Another one. They didn't even say swag on that one. I'm gonna try another one here. Last one that I'm trying. We're trying to look for a swag song. Swag. Sounds like a Pokemon. Oh, I kind of like that one.
Think I got my swagger back.
I kind of like that. Low key like that. I'll look for songs. I'll look for swag. We'll find it out. We'll see what's up. Get an old swag song. It'll pass copyright. Word. I probably already. It's already probably hitting copyright, so we'll see with that. And all right, so we got the pick to click, which obviously I won. We got a series coming up right now, going to the Cardinals, right? I think I would be an idiot not to pick Matt Carpenter, right? He's going back home where he spent his whole career. I think Matt Carpenter's gonna have a big series, guys. I don't know who Chris is picking. We'll have to get his answer. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick. Holy shit, bro. I'm looking at Chris just showed me the oven right now. Bro, the oven is finished. Holy shit. Look at all that. It's burnt to like a crisp. Wow. Insane. I'm glad he made it out good. It's crazy. I'm gonna show you. I don't have a way to show you guys, but I'll see if I can post it on social media. I'll see if I could. All right, and the pitch and performer of the series for the next series is obviously going to be Montas. I'm going to choose Montas for the next series. He's going to show out. He's pitching on Sunday. Yankees are actually pitching. I mean, Montgomery is going to be pitching up against the Yankees, which is crazy. So Monty's going to be wearing the Cardinals uniform. The Yankees, I think, is Matt Carpenter. Lock it in. All right, so lock that in. Let's go. It's good to be versatile, and I'm happy with you guys. Thank you guys so much. Chris dropped out because of obviously fire, so we will. So I was able to, adjust on the McFly, and glad I was able to do that, man. But, are we missing any awards? I think that was it. Right? I think that was definitely it. We'll see what Chris's pick to click stuff as soon as he gets his life sorted and everything is good with that. But guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out today, and thank you so much for the patience. In the beginning it was a little rough at first, right, because of the whole fire stuff situation, and the Yankees lost their series, and we talked about a deadline and confusing moves. Hopefully we could bring some clarity to some of these things. No after pod today, maybe on Sunday. We'll see what happens with that. Thank you guys so much for the mods in the chat, on the YouTube chat, people that joined us live. And by the way, the final vote, it looks like it's going to be, and we had a 10-minute vote just about. It looks like Hicks has won the U Trash. Hicks will be getting U Trash for this series. Tyone came in a close second at 48%. 60 total votes. Everybody else who's participating in the chat, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure you guys join us on all socials. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and follow PinstripeStrong as well. If you want to join us on YouTube, feel free to do that. YouTube. Whatever, the link is in the description. Feel free to go ahead and join us and click subscribe, turn on the notification, and leave a like on the video. But guys, like I always say, make sure you guys keep your pinstripes on. through good or bad, because there's a lot of people that are jumping off of the bandwagon right now. Let them jump off, okay? Make sure you guys keep your pinstripes on. Stay pinstripe strong. Let's go, Yankees! Peace.